All right. So, what we're going to talk about here is how to use your strengths to stay in alignment with the things that energize you and inspire you. The reason I'm doing this video right now is I had a private client reach out to me and said, Hiddy, I want you to walk me through how my strengths keep me in alignment because I keep getting sucked into trying to make everybody happy, trying to do the things that other people tell me I should be doing. We live in a world where there's gurus and experts and all that stuff, and they're all telling you how you should be doing things. But the reality is, not everything they tell you is meant for you. Some of the things they tell you are meant for someone else. Why? Because we are all different. So what I want to do in this video is share with you how to use your strengths to know, is the advice I'm being given in alignment with who I am? Are the things that I've involved myself in alignment with who I am? Or am I trying to be something I'm not? Right? Ultimately, we want to use our strengths to help us to make these decisions, because the reality is your strengths are the best identity to take on, better than being a mom or being a husband or being a healer or being an employee of a large company or a coach or a teacher or a trainer or whatever. The best identity you can take on is your strengths, because no matter what you do, those strengths go with you. And that, my friend, is how we figure out how to stay in alignment. So I'm going to give you a brief understanding of how the strengths assessment works. And I'm going to break down for you. I'm going to share with you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different Clifton strengths. If you have any of these strengths in your top 10 and you're doing things that don't honor the rules that go with those strengths, then on this video, you're going to be able to see why you're ultimately just forcing something that shouldn't be. Right? Ultimately, we want to use our strengths to help make sure we're not wasting time. Speaking of wasting time, let's talk about this real quick. I just happen to have this one right near me. So this book is called The Dip. Let me turn it sideways so you can see it. There you go. It's written by Seth Godin. The Dip is the little book that teaches you when to quit and when to stick. And ultimately, what you're trying to figure out is this thing that I'm working really hard on. Is this a cul-de-sac, a dead end that I should quit? Or is this a thing that's going to become what's called, am I just in a dip? And can I ascend beyond this and grow? All right. So let me talk about strengths real quick. I only got 5 minutes to do this, and I got to jump on a call with another coaching client. So I'm going to be quick. So when you take the strengths assessment, what the assessment does is it doesn't necessarily tell you what you are good at. What it really tells you is what energizes you, right? What kind of ideas or thoughts or feelings or emotions or moods or motivations energize you. And because they energize you, you tend to spend more time with those things. And because you spend more time, they become strengths. But the reality is, when you take the strengths assessment, it doesn't say you are good at this or you are bad at this. What it does is it says, this is what you care about, and you prefer to spend your time doing these things. And when you are doing those things, you are energized, you're focused, you become more influential, more creative, more connected, more productive, right? All those things. So when you understand the rules of your strengths, you understand what is in alignment for you. So I want you to take a look at these strengths. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I'm going to have to do a little work here for just a second. I'm going to share my screen, and let's see, what do we want? We want this. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. So I want this screen. There we go. Okay. Let me pick my video over here. All right. So right up here, you see consistency. Okay. So now if you've taken the strengths assessment and consistency is one of your top 10 strengths, then this here is a rule next to it. Things should be fair and easy to follow. So if you've got consistency in your top 10, is this true? Should things be easy and fair and easy to follow? Is that a rule for you? If that's a rule for you, then that means that the people you get involved with, are they fair and easy to follow? If they aren't, you might not be working with the right people, right? Is a company that you work for, are they fair and easy to follow? If they're not, you might be working with the wrong company. You might be. I'm not saying you are. Or if you're in a relationship where the relationship with the person is not, is not fair and easy to follow. And I'm not saying you're not in the right place, but you might not be in the right relationship with the right person. So I want you to own this right now. So tell me in the comments below, do you have consistency in your top 10? And is this a rule for you? All right, next one. By the way, these are rules. Gallup, I just have to be real and upfront and honest and transparent about this. These aren't from Gallup. This isn't from Gallup's research. In fact, Gallup would probably tell you that we don't stand by this. This is Eddie, the crazy guy who loves strengths idea. So I have worked with thousands of people when it comes to strengths. I understand strengths at a different level, the way other people do. So much so that I had to write 2 books about it. I had to create my own certification course. I had to train people on how I see strengths because it made more of an impact on people's lives. So what you do with me is you hire me to teach you and your teams how to use your strengths with everything you do. What you do with me is you help me help you, right? You hire me to help you stay in alignment with your strengths so you're more energized, more productive, more creative, more influential, right? Or you hire me to help you train your organization or take an entire group of people through a workshop. This is what you do with me, right? And so ultimately, because I want to make sure that you know how to do this the way that's fastest. In fact, we have our certification will be coming up again next year. Stay tuned for more details about that. Okay, now, next one. I only got 2 minutes, so I got to run. Here we go. Context. If you have context in your top 10, one of your rules are the past matters and it must be honored or given space. If you have context low, talking about the past drains you, right? So this is a rule. That means that if you're with people or you're with an organization that utilizes past information, past data, and so on, right? And you have the strength high, you might be in the right place. If you have deliberative high, right? We should focus on facts over feelings. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these up here. If you have any of these strengths in the top 10, let me know in the comments. Take a look at it. Is this you, right? Do you have 2 or 3 or 4 of these in the top 10? Now, if you want to see the entire list, I am doing a training on July 9th. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is go to the website, the link below. I'm going to share that in the comments here. It's for the Summer of Strengths. This summer, I'm teaching strengths. I'm trying to teach you how to utilize your strengths with everything you do. In this case, identify your high energy things, the things that are in alignment with your core values, so that as you're pushing and developing and growing yourself, you're in the right place because you're doing it in a way that honors who you are best. Okay, so register for Summer of Strengths. It's absolutely free. There's already a training for you to watch to start understanding not just what is your high strengths, but also how to understand and let go of trying to be something that you're not. That step-by-step process plus some downloadables are there for you. I'm doing videos every day or as often as I can on Facebook, so you can continuously follow there. Make sure you get your strengths assessment. If you don't know how to do that, let me know in the comments and I'll point you out how to do it. And if you want to see these rules for all 34 strengths to not just help you, but also help people you love and care about or even work with, make sure you register for this workshop on July 9th. I'm going to go through the entire document. You'll get the entire document as a downloadable to help you stay in your strengths with everything you do. I love you. Have a wonderful day. I've got a group of client right now that's waiting for me. So I'm going to go say goodbye and I'm going to go do some coaching. So have a wonderful day and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.